You don't know why it's happening? Because she likes you. Okay, it's fine for him to not know, because I don't really like her in the first place. Oh, this is so much more peaceful. Oh, okay, I thought she was actually raging. Sure, she's... Man, shut your bitch ass up, bruh. She's already conceding. Hey, he is a bitch, though. You're being loud in class as well. We're in homeroom right now. Okay, now she's actually acting fine. Last episode she was raging, bro. It looks like she was really pissed. I thought she was gonna keep up the facade. Nah, bro. She's already losing as well. She's already conceding. See? You're so fucking loud, bro. It's so annoying. It's like every time, oh shit, I read something crazy, I gotta stand up in class and shout it out loud. Like, bro, do you do that in real life? They're just over the top. I kind of wish they just took it a little bit more seriously. What the fuck? Last episode, she was literally so pissed. I was like, shit, bro, I hope we can get a new side of her. No, we're still getting the bitchy, attention-needing motherfucker, bro, that I've always hated in this anime. I could have wished, though, that they didn't try to talk and still act like normal after she revealed that she was, like, going to Tokyo. It actually would have been more better if they didn't talk at all for, like, the first few minutes of the episode. How is that literally possible, bro? And he steps on it. Oh, perfect, bro. It's over. It's over. It's fucking over. Y'all are not together. Shit is broken. Exactly. You were just somebody who was bossed around by her. Treated like a slave. Let's go. Get out. I want your relationships to be ruined. Because you're a bitch. Oh. Is this how you fucking manipulate everyone else in your life? I guarantee you anyone who's watching this episode would be like, oh my gosh, what poor girl, man. If I was him, I wouldn't act like him. Your ass is getting manipulated. She literally couldn't even like decide to talk to him. She's like trying to build up a fucking barrier. And then what does she do? She fucking tries to guilt trip him. Technically, he's the one that ruined it, though. I mean, I'm glad that he did ruin it. Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Just fucking pick one. Yeah, just decide. Ooh. See, people just want to watch you and make you pure entertainment, bro. I do hope everything gets worse. Oh man, this fucking, oh man, what the fuck? You literally made this whole thing happen. They just would have been fine if they just learned themselves, but nah, you just had to butt in, bro. Let them learn, bro. Let them regret shit. So does that mean immediately she wins? So be it. And look, I really hope she does, and then, you know, he regrets it, and then he ends up getting with Rin-chan. Oh. Oh man, I want their lives to be ruined. Unfortunately, this anime doesn't have the balls for it. I told you. Fake crying. Yeah. This bitch, bro. These fuckers get every chance that they can to make them so fucking unlikable. See? There's no respect. At the end of the day, she's just using him to satisfy her romantic feelings for him by forcing it. There's no fucking respect. Man, these fuckers, bro. These are the type of people that grow up to be one of the worst human beings on the planet. Oh! Exactly, though. When she does stuff like that, it's a drag. Bro, all she could have done was just woman up, or I don't know, what's the opposite version of man up, woman up, I don't know. All she could have done was just respect him, treat him as like an actual fucking human being instead of like someone to play with. And this dude's over the top as well. Oh, I wish that fucking knife landed on him. I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Just sit in a fucking table, bro. Literally sit with each other. Have a decent conversation. Done. You're a civil servant, but you're barely acting civil. I mean, I'm not stopping you to act like a kid, but act when you fucking need to. Hopefully they mature a little bit, please. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Yes. Yes.
大したことじゃないんだけどさ、例の芸能事務所の話、あれさ、
No, be honest. Be fucking honest. Okay, let's see what he has to say first.
ちょっと やべ、間違えた。
He's
学校
oh shit! But she's not going to Tokyo.
何が一番
Yes, this is the actual guilt tripping. Yes. Oh, this is how you guilt trip.
東京でないけど
You're actually doing it out of honesty. She doesn't even realize the fucking weight.
どんな
of her
最高のフラワー
mistakes.
アクセがで
I've never seen this though. I've never seen that. No. Every time she's with him, it's literally being an annoying motherfucker. Bro, this anime has been so up and down. I mean, I'm even going crazy over
今
it.
回みたいに
I would have been fine with this scene if they didn't have to do everything in the first few minutes of this episode. At the end of the day, it's still the same shit. Who is
紫
this?
のチューリップの種なんて粋だよね。
Who is
紫の
that?
チューリップの花言葉はまだひまりには
Is that his older sister? I swear he had a different older sister.
振られたらしい
Okay. You know what? I'll tell you my thoughts about this episode and how everything ended up. I was actually super hyped. Because I thought that this anime was gonna end up going into a much more serious direction. But I'll tell you once this episode, or my bad, this ED finishes. I'll tell you how I feel about it. Okay. So that was episode 4 of Can a Boy Girl Friendship Survive? And honestly, bro, when I first opened up this episode, I was actually excited. I was genuinely excited as to how it was gonna turn out. They resolved it in just one episode, bro. They resolved it in one episode. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I have nothing like, I don't mind her being like the more noisier type of character, the more energetic type of character, you know, sometimes even over the top, right? But when she's constantly having that kind of energy through like 4 episodes, it gets annoying. It really gets annoying. And you know, Enomoto, while she isn't exactly an upgrade or even a better option compared to Himari, I still would be like, well, Enomoto's like the least annoying character in this anime. I'd still pick her. You know, if it was Natsu, bro, I'd still pick Enomoto. But it's like I came into this episode because last episode, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Out of nowhere, you know, again, this is probably just one of those mood swings, I guess. Or not even mood swings. Like, this is just her being rash. She just decides to, hey, let's just end this thing. Let's just break off, right? We're not friends anymore. I thought, oh, shit. I wanted to see a different side of this. Like, how older people would do it compared to, like, younger, right? If you were younger, right, let's just say maybe 10, 12 years old, and you had a friend, right? And then you had a little bit of a fight and you don't even know it, but then they just said, we're not friends anymore. Like, you'd know how they act. The next day you'll be fine. I thought that this anime was at least gonna have some fucking insight. You know, like, hey, at least we get to see how they reacted. Nope. Next day, everything's fine. They didn't even try to deal with it like young adults going into like life. Like I'm not telling it to be serious. No, I'm not telling them to be serious. I just want to see them still have that very childish, more immature-ish personalities. But you could see some development. It's like, oh shit, bro. I'm actually getting excited for the future of all these characters. It may seem a little bit rough, but you're gonna have ups and downs with these kinds of relationships, right? Being a boy and a girl and, you know, being friends with each other is more or less going to cause some kind of barrier. It is because, you know, that's a person of the opposite gender. And if you're into the opposite gender, guess what? something is bound to happen. It might not be fruitful, it might not end up into anything, but something would still happen that could potentially crumble that relationship. You know, you could still end up becoming friends, or that could blossom into something more, or you could grow together as just friends. So, this episode, I was really excited. I genuinely was so excited to get into this because I wanted to see how Himari was gonna act, how Natsu was gonna act, how Enomoto was gonna act. Well, we didn't really need Enomoto that much, honestly. I was fine with her not being in this episode that much, but my gosh, bro, like, I don't know, like, I kind of just wish that, Himari was like a little bit more, oh, I don't want to talk to him, like, I'll just ignore him, like this and that, and he actually tries to talk to her, and then, it's like we don't see that side of her where she's like very clingy, very, annoying, very, very energetic. Like, I kind of hope we didn't see that this whole episode. So Natsu feels like, oh shit, normally Himari would be all over me right now, but she's not, and it feels odd. It feels weird. So I'm like, I feel like there is something wrong, and I gotta do something about it immediately. I kind of wish that was how it went, and then you could still add in the more, like, you could add in that little bit of spice, I guess, when they try to fix that problem with each other. It's just like, yeah, no, it's fine. I was like, oh shit though. He said he was gonna go to Tokyo. He was gonna withdraw from his school. I was like, ooh, this kind of spices things up, because then she could admit that, oh, she's actually not going to Tokyo and this and that, whatever. Unfortunately, no. All's well ends well, I guess. That's what we're looking here. I mean, I guess. Look, I just really wish that, that event, that Himari experience made her change. But no, we're gonna go into the next episode and act like it's the first 3 episodes all over again. No fucking development, no growth in these characters. They're still gonna be childish. She's still gonna act as that, almost like treating him like a puppy. Literally, that is literally how Himari treats him, like a puppy. Oh man, oh my goodness, bro. It is, and it really is annoying. It really is annoying that she still ended up winning, because of that. It's to see Natsu actually trying to, like, fix things, which is in line with his character. But when I go look at Himari, yeah, it's definitely in line with her character. But guess what? She's gonna grow up as the type of person you'd absolutely hate. And anyone who tries to be with her when they grow up, bro, they would absolutely hate her. So I don't know how Natsu's gonna escape from that kind of relationship unless she decides to be like, okay, I don't think I can act like this anymore. I need to change. I genuinely need to change. Of course, I want to see her develop. Grow more, mature as a person. But, like, that takes as a process. And I, looking at Natsu and how he treated the whole situation, I was like, I didn't really complain much about him. Yeah, of course, I've had pet peeves since the first episode with how, he acts, but the way he does things, like, I respect it. He's trying to mend the relationship, and he thinks he's at fault. Clearly not, but he's the one who decides to secede, right? Is that an actual word? That's an actual word, right? No, never mind. It's an Italian word that translates to happen. To happen or occur. Whatever. I was just like, look, I kind of wish, like, she still had, like, I would have been fine with her still acting like, energetic, over the top even at times. But I still would have wished for her to actually just mature, Sometimes I wish she would just be the one to wait. Was it secede or supersede? It would probably be superseding, right? that would be a different meaning as well. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Okay, whatever. Um yeah, I just wish it was a little she ended up like becoming a little bit more, act more as a grown up, you know. I was expecting a lot from this episode. I really did. Cuz it was like they just gone off of a very very serious situation, and I wanted to see them how they deal with it. And yeah, at the end of the day, all's well ends well, I guess. Um they're still the same. They're still the same. And I don't know, maybe that's just that's how, probably how Japanese people be like, or that's probably just how they write things, or I don't know. Maybe it's just people being people. They want to keep things the way they are. They just want to stay as is because they don't really want to do change. But to me, it's like that's how you pretty much grow as a person. You change, and you go look at your mistakes. You go look at the things that you ended up succeeding in, and you go look at it. You take inspiration. You take inspiration from those, and you learn from it. And I wanted this whole situation. I wanted this whole event to be a learning lesson for both of them. Nope. It seems like everything is just gonna be the way it is. So, maybe that has something to do with like the Japanese people, or just people, in general, wanting to keep things homogenous. They don't want to change things, switch things up, or make it a little bit more of a development for them to grow. But I don't know. I guess we'll see how this anime pans out even more. I'll see in the next episode what other new shit they're gonna try to do. Cause this would have been such a pivotal moment for both of them. It genuinely could have been. This is probably where Himari could have stepped up, acted a little bit more mature, and then we see a different side of her, and then bam, now my guy Natsu here is like, oh shit. I think Himari, seeing how Himari is like, expressing her feelings towards me. Shit, I guess I'm a act. I need to act mature. I need to be a little bit more wiser when it comes to picking, or deciding who I want to be with for the rest of my life, or something like that. If he wanted to be in a romantic relationship, he can't be playing around anymore, or keeping his feelings at bay. Thinking like, okay, everything is fine as is. We're just gonna keep it as is. Like he's gonna start thinking, oh shit, like Enomoto likes me, but then now Himari is also expressing her feelings. But this time Himari's expressing her feelings now because she genuinely likes him, and this time she's not hiding it under a blanket of, oh, I'm just gonna act like this, like an annoying person, But in reality, I just want to be with him, kind of thing. Like I do know that, I do know sometimes people do that. They annoy you because they just want to be with you, but that's not the right way to go about it. It genuinely isn't the right way. Sometimes, yeah, you can be, quote unquote annoying, but it would generally be considered as playful. You could be playful, right? But just straight up being an annoyance is just different. So, I did wish he was a little bit more like, both of them, Himari and Natsu, ended up becoming a lot more changed from this whole event. Because it would be such a pivotal moment in this anime, in this whole series, because it would change the direction of this anime, and it makes it a lot more interesting. She could still be the energetic type of character. You could still have that type of style of how these characters act, but it would have much more deeper, more serious undertones where it's a lot more mature. It's a lot more more of an understanding now, where it's like, okay, yeah, we can still act like this, but we're growing. We're young people going into adulthood, and we can't let our feelings anymore just be hidden, or be under a veil of this and that or whatever, right? So yeah, I mean, I was expecting much. I was expecting a lot from this episode because I knew this episode, bro. After everything that happened in the previous one, I knew it was gonna be crazy. Unfortunately, it seems like we're still going back to square one. And I feel like she's still gonna try to like confess, and him like literally we didn't grow anything. We didn't move after the previous episode. She just said she's fine with being best friends with him. But we all know she wants to be with him. Not as a best friend, but as like a girlfriend or something. So we're back again at square one. Yeah, maybe now he's like, I actually like her a little bit more. But you did all of this just to equal the playing field. So because Himari decided to act like a guilt tripping bitch, now you decide, hey, I want to go for Himari as well because, oh man, like I like I could have wished she could have done something different instead of trying to guilt trip him or do all of this shit, and him having to like go through extreme measures. But I don't know, bro. I just feel like the way that whoever wrote this, the way they handled the characters, it was just to make sure that we can still keep up. We can still keep on doing the same things over and over again from like the previous episode. Yeah, of course, there's a little bit of change, but it's not like genuine change where both of them are gonna be like, shit, we can't be playful as much when we're doing these types of things. I don't know. I just got riled up with this whole episode. I really do wish it was handled a little bit more differently. Instead of like trying to make this anime more of like, you know those types of rom-coms where it's like the anime just goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It's like that's how I feel with this anime. Some animes out there that deal with romance, you don't really consider them as much as comedy, but they do have comedy at times. When they have a situation like that, a defining situation or event, it changes the course of the anime and how the characters grow, which is so interesting to watch. But I feel like the route of this anime is pretty much just them deciding, hey, we still want to keep up with the same kind of character, with the same kind of acting, the jokes and all that. We just want to keep things as linear as possible. It becomes like any other rom-com anime. No fucking development up until like the last episode. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just wish it was a little bit more different. But I've been yapping for way too long. I got really passionate about this because I actually did get interested. In this anime. But yeah, I don't know, man. Have a blessed day, afternoon, evening, everybody. I'll see y'all in the next episode. I really want to talk more longer, but I feel like I'm going to be too lazy to edit this. But yeah, see y'all guys on the next episode. Sayonara.